So, T-Mobile and AT&T fiber and the 2.4s, the 802.11s, and the 802.11 AC, and the later 802.11 AX. How do I manage everything? The best solution was this, because we were getting a lot of dropouts and a lot of issues with the G4AR, and the same thing would happen with the G5AR too. We'd have the same congestion problems. So I'm discussing this with ChatGPT because instead of putting everything on the load, so I was overloading the T-Mobile. It was doing Wi-Fi 4, Wi-Fi 5, and Wi-Fi 6. I was doing everything. That's why there was over 40 clients in the one box. And that's not a good sign. We need to break up the monopoly. Let the T-Mobile handle, and we change the settings inside using third-party. I don't want to say hack, but third-party tweaking. Okay? And get rid of the 2.4 completely, and just work with the 5 gigahertz on the, and change the AX in the system to 80 megahertz for the bandwidth. It was set to auto, so that means it would fall back to 40. Yeah, you don't want that. You want full power, so you're not going to get 2402 in megabits. You're going to get 1,200 megabits. That's what the 80 cuts it right there. So you're going to get over a gig. Oh, it's a gig 0.2. That's what it comes out to be. 1.2 gig. That's what it comes out to be. You're not going to get the full 2 gig, 2.4. Oh, okay, yeah, I see that. Okay, now see how that works? Yeah. Okay, all right. Because it doesn't have 160 megahertz or bandwidth. The new one is supposed to have it. You know. Well, anyway, to fix up my mess here, we have two EAP 225V3 AC 1350s. I had those when I was using the TP-Link wired router, and I wanted to keep the wired router and the wireless separate. That's why a lot of people, I don't know, they throw everything in the wireless router. Wireless router is overheating as it is. It's puffing up smoke, and to keep it cold. So why don't we split the network? Wired devices, switch, everything like to do in the business. They have access points. What do you think they got access points? Because you keep the network separate. Same thing here. So I'm going back to what I used to have until I upgrade. Once we upgrade, do we use the same old stuff? Well, yeah, you could still use it because nothing's changed. The smart devices, the lights, the fans, whatever it is using smart. They don't go 5 gigahertz. They only do 2.4. So you need something in a 2.4 environment. Even though it's on the T-Mobile, but the T-Mobile is not managing that. Something else is managing. That's what's managing that. It's the EAP 225 version 3. I'm not promoting them, but I'm just saying that's the most stablest access point that's affordable today. So I bought 2 of those a while back. Okay, because I wanted business and I want to learn. It has VLAN. VLAN means you could virtual LAN. You could set up your own LANs, like 10 dots, so, and put each appliance in its own little VLAN environment. That's what they do in businesses. Yeah, that's exactly what they do. So I don't do that here, and they come with built-in web server. So this is the best way to go. Okay. My problem was there's 20 megahertz. There's 40 megahertz on the 802.11n. It was always confusing because back in the day it was only 20, and still is. For less congestion, 2.4 gigahertz can cut through everything, but they won't allow the 5 to do the same thing, which was really bad. That's why the 5 gigahertz, they're really not cutting through the house. It's like it's short distances. And these things, the EAP 225 to EPA225 access point, right? The version, there's two. See, TP-Link, they have one for outside, and they get it very confusing. This version 3, that's the hardware. So so it's AC 1350. That's the difference. Okay. All right, but don't go. It says it can do more in 802.11n, but we all know that's not true. It's 300, really 150, really 74. But you don't care about that because the only things they're using that is the printers, laser printers, network printers, your smart little robot running around, your doorbells, your cameras, and all this other stuff is running on that. And the TV sets, oh yeah, and the cameras, yeah, your camera, your cameras. If they don't have Wi-Fi 5 on them, some are using 802.11n, and they're not moving a lot of data. That's why I'd rather take the SD card out and plug it into the computer than to deal with it. I'm talking about this one here. And this one here too is another one. I think this could be Wi-Fi 5. I don't use the Wi-Fi on the camera. That's a lot on the camera, and that's going to eat up battery. Anyway, getting back to this complicated mess here. So 2.4 Wi-Fi 4 802.11n. Put it to 20. Okay. Cut back on any problems, interference. That's the whole thing is interference. Because I say, I bet y'all on Alexa or something like that, she should hear me. She shouldn't have to. The internet is not down. I can't connect to the internet. You know, I hear those little, you hear those little messages all the time. Hold on a second, I'll get you on this thing here, so you can see me more in a realistic mode. Anyway, but what I'm saying is this. Now, we have Wi-Fi 5 in the house. A lot of devices is Wi-Fi 5 as well. They can't operate on the 6. They can't take advantage of the speed. Why are we connecting those devices to a 6? See, the problem with that is if you're doing 4K streaming, 5 on 40 hertz, you might have a little problem. So, but then I got AT&T fiber in the mix, which is doing 160 megahertz wideband. So that's a different higher frequency. Even 80 might work, but then they're gonna conflict with T-Mobile. The reason why we got T-Mobile is I heard so much about people using the gateway, cell gateway, and it comes in handy. You get extra perks with that too when you're traveling. Okay. Sure, you can just pick it up, put in your RV, plug it into inverter for the AC, and you have your own connection with the satellite. The towers. You drive through the different towers, and you get the different speeds. Yeah, that's how they do in the RV. Yeah, that makes more sense, right? Inverter plugs into your 12-volt socket. It converts 12 volt to whatever voltage you need. Wattage. They have different wattage. So sometimes the inverter is big. The bigger it is, the more wattage. You should have a big, heavy-duty battery in your SUV to handle that, or car, or truck, or whatever it is. That's a lot, on it. That's why solar comes into play. It gets complicated. Right? Let's talk about this here. Okay, so he was saying that on the 40 megahertz. On the 802 AC, even though those can do 80, that 40 hertz was more stable than 80. Could be honest, that could explain why a lot of things were a little strange back then. Well, this chart here, it goes from good to very good. Right now it's good. But we atmosphere conditions, this is the T-Mobile status on the box in there. We can have it on the phone as well. I didn't bring it in here. I was going to show you that too. I guess I could. And then you'll see what I did. Let me go get it. I thought I had it. All right. Let me see if I can connect it into this hidden software land. Where is it? I've seen it. Oh. But I have to be on T-Mobile. T-Mobile. See, you get an error. You have to. I have to get out of. Let me get out of fiber. Okay. Now in fiber. I can try it again now. Okay, so I don't know if you can see that. I'll tilt it like this. So we're not connected to LTE. The bands are N25, RSP negative 100, and then RSQ negative 10, RSSI negative 89. The SIR is 12, and the CID is 22. Bandwidth is 20 M. But that's for the 5G. See, in here, they control the settings. Mesh supported, true. It was not true. It tells you that the model number, how many days it's been up. Okay, so we have Wi-Fi button here. Ah, what's going on here? Hey, look what popped up on the screen here when I'm doing it the way I'm doing it here. Let's see here. Oh, I see something here. It says here the 2.4 power is at 50%, and the 5 gigahertz power is at 100%. Band steering is on. I don't know why it's on. I don't know why it's trying to manage it. I don't want it to manage it. I want the other device. That's what it's trying to do. It's trying to manage it. 5 gigahertz power. Band steering. Auto 40. So here you have auto 20, 40, 80 for the 5 gigahertz for the T-Mobile. So I don't know. I don't understand why it's this should be it's off. Okay, it's off here, 5 gigahertz here. I set it to 50. It's off on band steering. We shouldn't have band steering since we're not using the same eye. Oh, I know what happened here. Error. Strange. Huh, very good again. It was weird. When I changed the access points, those information showed up in here. So when the access points went down, the settings went into this, back to the T-Mobile. Now it's set up correctly. It should only have the 5 gigahertz coming out of it, which it is. Otherwise, I would have no signal here. You see how complicated this thing gets? Let's see. This is this is on the T-Mobile. All right. It should be all right now. because it's not supposed to be managing those other devices, and that's what happens if these access points go off. Then everything falls to the T-Mobile. It jumps back again automatically, and even though you turn it off, let me see the T Life app and make sure everything is like it's supposed to be. And everything's going to this T Life app. Everything's going to go to it. They want you to use it. You order, you do everything out of it. I'm in a little darkness here because of. Let me bring up the light a little bit. I didn't realize how dark it was getting. Oh, you get a free pizza. Nachos. What's this? Bite one burger, get another one. T-Mobile is something else. Where is the devices? Look at this. The network compatibility is on full. You got the fastest speed, unlimited data, 5-year price guarantee, high performance, premium 5G network, exclusive perks, T-Mail Tuesday, cyber security, mesh extender. We can call you from the prison. Anyway, let me get out of this. Look at this. I didn't know we had this little thing. I just added it. Wow, my God. Oh, see how they doing the Apple TV? Apple TV on us. $3 a month. Just $3 a month. Netflix standard with ads on us, active. Shit. Amazon Prime. What the hell is this stuff? It's all the things they had. I was just curious, what they had. Wow, crazy. But that's not what I want to get into. I was trying to get into the device. You have to pay off this device? Copy off this device. Oh, look at this. 5G G5AR. So if you click on that, what happens here? Change the device. Let me change the device. Oh. Update. What do you mean update? Hang on a second. I gotta check this out. This is interesting.